In theory, the roles of boards and management of state-owned enterprises are clear. However, in practice, it is not so sometimes. Sometimes, the performance of state-owned enterprises are linked to conflicts between management and boards of the state-owned enterprise. Though in theory, the boards have expectations as defined by their role, same as management. But in practice, sometimes there are serious tensions that can affect the performance of the state-owned enterprises. This stems from the fact that management and boards of state-owned enterprises are most of the times appointed by one appointing authority. Sometimes these are defined by the constitution, among other things, and therefore there is nothing that can be done about it. But when this happens, it means that from governance, oversight, and performance will really be affected. So how do we then structure this to prevent board and management conflict or reduce these in state-owned enterprises? The first is, in state-owned enterprises, since boards are in charge of governance, oversight, and also responsible to put systems in place to ensure that the organization is driven in certain direction. Performance contracts are supposed to be signed between the board and the appointer or the oversight bodies. The contract must be between the boards and the oversight bodies. Now, when this happens, the board is also supposed to sign performance contract with the management so that management will be responsible of reporting to the board time to time of the signed performance contract. The second is, we should also consider looking at the way that appointment of boards and management of state-owned enterprises are done. Though the law will say that the appointing authority, sometimes the president, is supposed to appoint both the management and the board. But in most instances, the management are appointed sometimes years before the appointment of the board. This really brings about a breach in corporate governance because the one who is in charge of strategic direction of the state-owned enterprise is appointed later, and that is really not the best. So the another way that we can look at is considering appointing board of directors first before the appointment of CEO and management, or even give delegating authority to the boards when appointed to announce who will be the chief executive officer or the head of entity and management of the state-owned enterprise. Now, when this happens, the management of the state-owned enterprises will have some level of recognition for the board and will see the board as the ones that they are supposed to be reporting to, and they will be accountable to the board. So these are some of the ways that we can reduce board management conflict in state-owned enterprises. Let me hear from you what you think some government can do to ensure that state-owned enterprises board management conflict is being reduced.